Hi, it's Paul from CCA, and today we're going to talk about one of our loan agreements, being the Continuous Line of Credit loan agreement. Now, this is actually a new loan agreement which isn't available anywhere else, and it's come about through an article that was produced by one of the major credit card companies, in which the major credit card cited that the average small to SME business spends around $60,000 to $80,000 worth of company expenses per year on their personal credit cards. These payments, of course, are then reimbursed by the company onto it's normally the director or the owner's credit card. But unfortunately, in the process of doing this, the business owner or the director of the business has left themselves open to huge liability since the introduction of the PPSA legislation. Now, we do have a number of videos on the PPSA, so I'm not going to go too much into that because I don't want to, they're there in a lot of detail elsewhere. But essentially, under the PPSA legislation, if a trading entity was to get into trouble and there's not enough money to pay the secured creditors, then the liquidators now have the right to claw back any payments from unsecured creditors. These, of course, would include any payments made to the directors or any payments for reimbursement of expenses, etc., in the previous 6 months. So if you're spending $80,000 on average a year, and that's a year for all businesses across Australia. So if you said only 50% of businesses are using their personal credit card for company expenses, even though they do get reversed back, there are a lot of reasons why a business owner would do that. It means that there's a potential liability of $160,000 plus per year. So even if you're looking at a 6-month period, that's still $70,000, $80,000 worth of personal expenses that the business expenses that the business owner is putting on the personal credit card, which then gets reimbursed, which means that's a hell of a lot of liability if something was to happen to their trading entity. So therefore, it makes a lot of sense to put in place some sort of formal agreement between the director or the owner of the business and the trading entity itself, which allows the owner of the business or the director to register a security interest on the PPSR. So they essentially become the business's largest secured creditor. So if anything was to happen to their business, any payments that are still due to be paid to the director would still have to be paid. But more importantly, they're protected from that 6-month worth of preferential payment clawback, which liquidators have the right to demand from any unsecured creditor. So it's well and truly worth the time and effort to put it in place, and you do it once, it lasts for 7 years. So once you've identified, yes, continuous line of credit is right for my business, because I do spend money on my personal credit card for company expenses, your investment is actually pretty small. You're only looking at about $325 a month for 4 months. That will get your continuous line of credit loan agreement in place, registered on the PPSR, everything done for you. You actually really don't have to do too much other than, provide the basics of the entities and the loan agreement. We do absolutely everything else, and it lasts for 7 years. So you become the owner of the business, becomes their business's largest secured creditor. And look, that's pretty much all there is to it. It's not that complicated. It is just a loan agreement, and most people are pretty familiar with loan agreements. They would have done them a number of times in the past. But I understand you probably do have a couple of questions. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to hit that Contact Us button in the description below. Drop us a line, fill in your details. We'll give you a call. We'll discuss the particular loan and make sure it's suitable for your particular requirements, for your individual needs. Absolutely no obligation. But one thing I am going to ask you to do, and that is to do us a huge favour by sharing this video across your various social media platforms. A lot of businesses aren't aware that these loans are available, let alone the fact that there can be such thing as an automated direct debit system attached to the loans, as well as the security, because that's a really positive thing with these loans. So please do us a favour, share this across your various social media platforms. But that's about all from me. If you've got any questions, as I said earlier, just hit the contact us button. But listen, have a great day. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. Ciao.